Hello guys, this is Avcoor, and I want to talk about this character, Alicia the Fourth. I just recently picked her up, not intending to pick her up. My goal was to get richer. I said that in the update video, but I'm not looking past this character. The first thing I'll say about her is she does everything you want a basic healer to do, if that's the best way to put it. I won't say she's bad. I'll never say that. Um, she's got debuff removal. There are great aspects to her character, but I think she falls short of some of the greater healers that we have in the game because this game, for some reason, at its beginning, produced like two awesome healers that kind of blew her out of the water. But let's get into this analysis and you'll see what I'm saying. I'm going to use her because I pulled her and SSR heroes in this game actually have SSR stats, and she is one of those
나
heroes that
에이시아는 케투라의 형제, 그리고 미래의 유일한 월관왕이 될 것이다.
exerts high level stats. I mean, when you look at her stat line, just take away the attack and magic attack for a second. She's rocking AHP, AD physical defense, and S magic defense. She's one of the few dark characters that actually have the supposed stat boost that you would think dark characters have. Because I haven't seen this on a lot of dark heroes, like Susie and Susan, like Catherine. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the stats that they were talking about. Because when you look at Marguerite, when you look at Gabriel, they have awesome stat lines and they're light characters. So I wasn't seeing it. I just was like, okay, light characters are supposed to suffer a stat deficiency. But when you look at SSR light heroes, you don't see that. But with this character, you see like a massive stat increase. For some reason, this little girl has like tank stats. She's so little, and she's running around with this much HP and this much physical defense, this much magical defense. This, in my opinion, is what makes her valuable. The fact that unless a light person is hitting her with an AOE, she's probably not going to go down from like a single target AOE strike. Like Charlotte can still one shot her because she has to power to exceed the one hit penalty by doubling her turn. So if she's left out in the open, Charlotte will kill her. So will Jen, and so will Sighart. But if she's close to her tank, it's hard to kill her. It's hard to eliminate her with like AoE. Only single target is gonna do the job against her, and that is amazing. That's what you really want from a healer. In that aspect, her survivability surpasses that of Clefairy. Clefairy is just an overall better healer. And we'll go into that right now with Loyal Dream. Loyal Dream is actually good because it increases her healing effect, which is pretty awesome. Fantasy Dream is actually decent as well because when she heals you and you take a turn, after your turn is over, you'll heal again, which is pretty cool. But it kind of sucks that she can't like heal and then heal again on that same turn like Clefairy does, or like Valak does, the two healers that surpass her because they provide continuous healing on your turn in their turn. And I think that's where she suffers at. Overall, Loyal Dream is solid, but there's just better unique passives out there. Uh, there just is. But when you look at being a dark priest, it cushions it a little bit.
시들지 않는 아름다움은 없어. 100년의 시간을 보낸 꽃도 언젠가 대지로 돌아가지.
All right, so Divine Prayer is pretty good. This is what one of the things that she has over Clefairy and Valak is the fact that she removes debuffs pretty darn well. And Divine Prayer is one of those avenues in which he does it. And the cooldown is pretty tolerable. Cool, like 2 turns is really good. So that's why I'm building her up because her overall as a healer she's pretty useful in that aspect. So Divine Prayer is good. Of course, Power Therapy is good, and layer on top of the fact that when you use Power Therapy, you actually get the Blessing of Laurel Dream. So you heal them, they take a turret and they heal again, which is pretty darn cool. So Holy Blessing is pretty good too. You cover all allies in range, and you get buffs like damage immunity, and you should get magic damage immunity. That's really good. That's what makes her good in PvE content. The fact that she can buff and remove debuffs. She's pretty much the what you expect from a healer in any type of game. Like you play Final Fantasy, if you play like Grandia, if you play um, Trails of Cold Steel, she pretty much functions in that capacity of what a healer is supposed to do. There's nothing really wrong with that. Imprint of Courage is really good because in this game, buffs are really awesome because they actually make a difference. They make a noticeable difference in your attacking power. So when you see a character being able to buff, you can't look past that. So that's really good. This is actually really good too. Protection of Keystone is good for tanks. And this may be a skill that you want to have on her at times. At times, you actually want to have that skill. We already talked about Divine Prayer, which is pretty solid. And this is pretty cool. The fact that she can get an unlock from this character, which everybody has, Shirsha. That's pretty cool. Let's see who's the next unlock. Okay, that kind of sucks because she's rare. But then again, that's her last unlock, so I understand. I'm not gonna cry about that. I'm not gonna cry about that. And Curse of Erosion is pretty good because this is an attacking skill. If you have any healers have like attacking skills, so this is pretty good. I think a better healing skill would have been preferred though, because healers don't really attack much. Increase magic attack and defense by 100%. The physical damage that you're dealing with 20 is decreasing. It's all right. Like I said, I would have preferred a healing passive. That's why I kind of don't like. Some of these skills are kind of not like necessary. If you got rid of this one, and gave her that passive that heals after you in your turn heals everybody around you, sort of like what Clefairy had, that'd be pretty cool. But that sucks. And Corrosion sucks because she could have had a better healing skill. All right, Holy Blessing is her like high level skill. Use this skill to recover the HP of all allies in range. You get physical damage immunity and magic damage immunity. It's good, but notice that it doesn't say you get rid of debuffs. It just I just thought like her overall healing skills, she only gets 3. I mean, she gets 4. I just wish they were like a little more versatile in what they were doing. Because when you look at this one, okay, she's like healing people and she's buffing their stats. But that's all 3 of her healing skills. It's like I don't like that. I wish they would have gave her like more healing passives and they didn't do that. It's like you're crutching on Laurel Dream because Laurel Dream is actually a decent unique passive, but if she could heal like after her turn, that'd be more preferred. and that's where her weakness lies. But the good part about it is she is a dark unit, so you're gonna benefit for the fact that few, if anybody, can one-shot her unless they're like a Pacific unit. And once you see that Pacific unit, you can adjust accordingly. But she has some great partners that she can use, that you can use her with. So let's go to glossary. Let's go to heroes.
새로운 세계, 새로운 시작.
Her best tank is Gabriel.
이곳은 영역계 적 작업 부서다. 무슨 일이지? 먼저 회의 시간을 예약해라.
I think Gabriel provides a lot for her. In fact, like the fact that Gabriel can undebuff herself is one of the reasons why she's her best tank, because Gabriel herself can undebuff herself, and Gabriel has passives in her kit that allow her to heal herself. So yeah, I think Gabriel's her best tank. In PvP, it'll be Catch and the boy Kabir, because Kabir feels like that dark.
타로스 성에서 모르는 사람이 없는 애물단지 유라광이 바로 나야?
Yeah. So Kabir, Gabriel, those are her best tanks. But Catherine is good for her.
유능한 인재라면 아이비스는 언제든 환영이야.
Who else? Hassan
소망의 메아리
and Susan. Susan and Susan
내게 준 신뢰가
actually
내
validate
옆에
her more than any
동생보다는
other character in the
많아야
game
할 거야.
because of her leadership skill
보여?
requires two
내
dark
언니의
units.
집착은 정말 무서울 정도지.
So because being a dark healer, she fills up that space, and then you need one more dark unit, and you can use two other different color units that you could ever want. So that's why I'm going to level her up, because I play Susan and Susan sometimes, and I would like to use them more, and having Alicia actually justifies that. So all I'm missing right now is a tank, and that's Kabir. Kabir would make an awesome tank, because then I could use any other color. I could use like Sighart or Nina or Charlotte, and then you have a versatile team that way. That's one of the things about Alicia in team composition. She makes it easier for you to construct a team, especially dark-based teams. Like with dark-based teams, you actually want at least 3 dark units, and then you want the other ones to be different colors, so you don't get overwhelmed by light characters. And then you go neutral against the rest. So Alicia's actually a good unit, but she doesn't match up well against the other healers that we have. Belek and Clefairy are so good that it just hurts her in retrospect. Overall, as far as stat lines, she has the best stat line for any healer in the game. She is one of the most tanky healers that I've ever seen. I mean, I can't believe they would give this little girl these high level stats. It's just weird. We can look at it again, man. This
나
is
엘리시아는
those are
캐트라의 형제
like
그리고 미래의
tank stats.
유일한 월관왕이 될 것이다.
I mean, if this was S, and if this was S, she would have Gabriel tanking stats. That's how close she is to Gabriel, because Gabriel has SHP, S physical defense, and S magic defense. She has AHP, A physical defense. That's insane, man. That is so stupid. Why would they give her stats like that? That's crazy. I guess she lives up to it. Look at that. 836 physical defense, 841 magic defense. I'd be dumb not to build her. I know I got her on accident, but I'd be stupid not to build this character. And I'm at level 60 account, so I can afford to build her. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you think of Alicia. Is she worth building, or would you put your resources into something else? But anyways, if you like my content, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day, and goodbye.